We've got our lovely Heidi here. She's doing all the cooking and all the heavy lifting, and I'm doing all the filming. So what we've got is we take the chicken breasts and we slice them kind of in half. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay, we slice them in half, and then we use, we have this mallet here, and tenderizer, and this is a great tool that we use. You put your your sliced chicken breast in a Ziploc bag like this, and then we use a wood cutting board, this one right here. That goes on top, chicken breast inside, and then you just tap it with the mallet, and that gets it nice and thin. What you're trying to do is get an evenly thinned out chicken breast, so you don't have any thick spots. That's the part you're trying to flatten out, so that it's all even and one thickness. So once we have that, then what do you have here? What's in the plate?
It's Italian breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm. Italian breadcrumbs.
Italian breadcrumbs.
Uh-huh.
And grated Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
Finely grated Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can throw in, if you want, extra parsley and
kind of season it up the way
Italian
you like.
seasoning a little bit more.
Okay, great. So then, how do you get it over here to the pan? Do you
dip each side in the breadcrumbs.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So
by
you
the
don't.
way, I salt and peppered the.
Okay, salt and pepper the chicken, but you don't have to put egg or anything on there.
No, you can if you want to. I've done it that way before.
But otherwise, you
This is
just
a little lighter version.
a lighter version. So you can put egg. You can dip it in egg if you want, but just the moisture of the chicken itself will hold those breadcrumbs on there.
Right.
And then the cutlets go into the pan. And how long you cooking those in? What kind of oil?
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Only
Okay. Just some
olive oil.
extra virgin because that has the good flavor, right?
EVOO.
Okay.
Make sure your oil is hot.
Make sure it's hot, but not smoky hot.
But not smoky hot.
Okay.
Hot enough so that it kind of crusts up the breadcrumbs on there.
Hot enough, but not too hot. You don't want it to sit in the oil without sizzling, right?
Right.
Okay. And then how long do you think you cook that for?
Well, probably 3 to 3 minutes a side.
3 minutes
Unless
per side?
you have a thicker piece. This one kind of came out thicker, so
Okay.
it might go longer.
So basically till it's nice and golden brown.
Yes.
And then with those, you can actually just eat them as kind of like fried chicken. They're really good. You can squeeze some lemon on there. You could do it with a side of spaghetti and some marinara. Or what are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm making San Marzano marinara using San Marzano tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's
or
better.
San Marzano, as some of us say, but we like the way you say it too.
No, you can edit that.
No, we're going to leave that in. That's good. So, so we're making the sauce over here. And this is you just use the San Marzano tomatoes.
Yep.
We get that over at the Italian deli. Some grocery stores have it. But the San Marzano, that just has makes a really good marinara, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And it's kind of that orange color, not the red ketchup-y color. It's that great kind of more orange hue that you get when you go to a real good Italian restaurant.
That's right.
Okay.
So once it has to simmer for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then you use your immersion blender.
Oh, immersion blender while it's hot, or what do you do?
No, to puree.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you can do it while it's hot. I do it while it's hot after it's been simmering 30 minutes.
So these are the peeled tomatoes. You just put those in there. So tell us how you make that sauce.
So first you saute finely chopped onion, almost minced, in olive oil with sea salt and ground pepper, and if you like a little bite to it, put a little red pepper, chili flakes, which we do.
I love that.
That simmers sautés for 10 minutes. Then you add grated carrots. That gives it a little sweet. Simmer that for another 5 minutes. Then you'll dump in your 2 cans. You can do 1 or 2. I've doubled the recipe, so I use 2 cans of tomatoes.
Yeah, sometimes we do a little extra and then we'll freeze them, right?
Yep.
And then we can have San Marzano sauce whenever we want without having to kind of start from scratch. So, okay, the carrots, what else?
And then after that sautés 5 minutes with the carrots, then you dump your can of tomatoes in. You add oregano, dried oregano, crushed oregano leaves, dried ground thyme, and 2 tablespoons of sugar, if you're doubling the recipe, 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then you let all of that simmer for 30 minutes.
Do you put garlic in it?
Nope.
No garlic. Okay.
And if you want
You
to,
probably could. Some fresh garlic would be good.
Yep.
But this is really good. I love it.
This
Did you use some? Do you put any wine in the sauce or anything like that?
I've done it with wine or done it without. I haven't put any wine in this, but once you puree it, maybe you could put a little wine and then simmer it longer.
All right.
There's really, you can simmer it as long as you want.
The cutlets, very easy. The sauce, not too bad.
Yes.
Okay. Now you use your.
I have a Cuisinart Smart Stick immersion blender.
Awesome.
Make sure you keep it in there so it doesn't splatter all over you. Blend it. And you'll see it start to turn orange.
We're going to have a side of linguine with it. We can make sure that's cooked al dente. And now, Heidi's a German name, and even though it ends in an I, it's not really Italian, right? Right, ends in a vowel. But you're still an Italian food junkie.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So now I just like to put a little bit of sauce.
You put a little sauce on the chicken cutlets.
On the chicken cutlets.
Okay. Now these would be really good with fresh mozzarella, sliced and then put on each one of those cutlets. But tonight we're just using grated mozzarella, right?
Right.
Because.
I forgot to stop at the market.
Yep.
The Italian market.
Yep. This is kind of like, but there's really no right or wrong way, and there's no bad chicken parmesan either, really. So that gets covered in cheese and then it goes into the oven.
Just enough to melt it, and then I turn the broiler on.
Now fresh mozzarella is really good. We like that on our pizzas. It's the way to go. But
and I also put a little Parmesan Reggiano.
yeah, you can never really get too much cheese on anything, the way we see it. And then we'll do some grated cheese when we bring it out as well. But this is kind of the quickie way of doing it. Okay, now that goes in a hot oven. What do you have that set on? You got the broiler on?
Oh, I let it bake just for a few minutes so that the cheese starts to melt, and then I turn it to broil so we get a little browning.
Browning on the cheese.
On the cheese.
That sounds good. Okay. Okay, so this is linguine coming out. And how do you know when that's done? You like to cook it al dente. We don't want to overcook the pasta.
Yeah, so usually only about 8 minutes or so. Depends on how much pasta you have, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
But a little less than you think you will.
We're going to go ahead and pull. Looks like Joe's ready for to get him some. We're going to pull the chicken parmesan out. All right, good. Cheese is melted and it is just a little brown on top, which is just the way we like it. So those go on a plate. Take one of those, put it on a plate. All right, side of linguine. And make it all good. San Marzano spaghetti sauce. Marinara, right? Throw that cheese on there. You can never go wrong with that. Little Parmesan or Romano. I like to use Spanish Mahon as well. But your favorite hard grating cheese, that's always good on there. All right, so there you have it. Just kind of a quicker, easy chicken parmesan at home.